Hello and welcome to my first YouTube video. Hi, I'm Dr. Becca Salmon. I am a doctor, runner, traveller, expedition, medicine person, aspiring triathlete. And I thought I'd come onto YouTube now just so you can get to know me a little bit more. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be gentle with me, it's my first video. But yeah, I just thought I would make a video, a bit of a get to know me. So I've got some questions over on Instagram and I'm going to be answering them here today. So I've got my trusty laptop with all the questions on. The aim of this video is to be quick fire questions because I know I can ramble for 1,000,005 years, so I'll try and make this as quick as possible, which means some of the questions which definitely need some longer answers are going to be quick. So if you've got any like deeper questions on the topics, please comment them down below, and my aim is to make a bit more detailed videos on each question that's kind of like asked today. But yeah, I just hope this kind of gives you a bit of like an insight into a bit more about me, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let's get on with the video. Okay, starting simple. How old am I? I'm 28. Born May 31st, which makes me a Gemini. Have you got any siblings? So I technically have, this is a really deep question to actually start on. I have one older brother called Chris. He's 30. I'm 28 and he's also a doctor. I did have another brother who actually passed away 7.5 years ago from cancer, and he would have been 32 now. So I like to say I still have two brothers, but that really is a conversation for a completely other day, talking about my whole grief journey and everything, so we'll just put that to one side. Education levels, I am a doctor. I graduated 4 years ago. I went to Sheffield Medical School and went to Northeast Deanery, did my SHO F1 F2 levels in Stockton-on-Tees, and then I came back down south and did like F3 F4, and now I'm technically an F5. And I've done 2 years of a global health masters, and I'm in my second year of a public health masters as well. So been studying basically my whole life, it seems. Why did I become a doctor? I became a doctor for multiple reasons. One, because my mum was a nurse back in the day, and then she also was in and out of hospital quite a lot, so I felt like that really inspired me to like want to become a doctor. But also I was one of those like straight A students when I was in like primary school, secondary school, and I feel like you very much get put into like two categories, don't you? Either if you're smart, doctor or lawyer, and I was like, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to help people. And then from like 7 years old, I was just there like, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a doctor. And then when my brother got unwell, it was another thing that I was like, I really want to help people like him. I really wanted to be a paediatric oncologist, so like a kid's cancer doctor for ages. Then I realised that would have been far too traumatic to do, so I was like, absolutely not. But yeah, I just basically wanted to help people like my mum and my brother, and I was good at science and liked health and fitness really. I wish I could go back and kind of like, actually maybe just because you want to help people, you're good at science, doesn't mean you're necessarily having a doctor job is the best thing for you. I think there's so many other things that we can do, and I find it really frustrating that we pigeonhole kids into these things and push them into stuff when we could actually be like, okay, what's your skill set, what do you enjoy, how do you want your work-life balance to be? And that could have been such a better way of figuring out what I wanted to do as a job. Someone said, would I still go back and study medicine if I could go back? Yeah, I mean, like, even like speaking on that though, like I don't regret anything. I'm glad I went, I'm glad I did it. I would not be where I am today if I had not done it, and I really think being a doctor is the most amazing job. Unfortunately, like being in the hospital for me was just, I really struggled with it. I have suffered with burnout before, multiple times, and now I'm just trying to like navigate what kind of job I do want. So no, I would still go back and study medicine. I don't regret it. Do I advise other people to go study it? We'll leave it there. If I did go back to working in medicine in the hospital, what specialty would I do? I do love A&E. I like love the emergency side. I love the kind of like diagnosis, and like I think I like it with GP as well. Like I like how someone comes in with a problem, you can able to fix it there and then. But A&E is really highly stressed and the road is awful, and GP can be really lonely and you get like 10 minutes for your patient, which is horrible. So I kind of think I would just go into a medicine job actually, like, which I never thought I'd say, but I like having the team around me, feel a bit more supported. And yeah, actually, like, instead of like interest now, I really think about how my job would look as opposed to like necessarily my interests, if that makes sense. Like, work-life balance for me is so much more important than anything else really when I come to looking at a job. Okay, best expedition I went on. So yeah, I've been an expedition doctor before. So I did that for about a year and a half as an expedition doctor. So this is basically when you're a doctor all over the world for like adventure tourism. So I was the doctor up Kilimanjaro. I went to the jungle a couple of times. I've been to Africa multiple times. I would work on like hikes or adventure tourism or ultra marathons, and that's how I kind of got into ultra marathons as well, is because I was working on these ultra marathons. The best expedition I did was we did one to the Arctic, so on the Norwegian-Russian border, and we stayed in like snow shelters and went snowshoeing and did snowmobiles, and we cut a big hole in the ice and did cold water immersion in like a frozen lake in the Arctic, which was unbelievable. And it's just a really good group of people, and yeah, it made me really happy. And I love expeditions, I love traveling, and I love crazy adventures. So bring on the next crazy adventure, really. Funniest thing I've seen as a doctor. I don't think it's appropriate for me to say anything on YouTube about what I've seen in the hospital. How to get into expedition medicine. This is definitely a whole other video. If you've got any questions about expedition medicine, please comment them down below, because I got a whole video that I want to make about this. But yeah, I would join your expedition medicine like society at uni for starters, and do a course as well. There's loads of courses out there which I can go through on another day. Okay, enough about some doctory things, now onto some running stuff. How I got into running. So I actually hated running, but then COVID happened and the gym shut, the netball court shut, and so running was the only thing we had to do during COVID. So just started in March 2020 and then gradually built up from there. I wasn't that into it for a couple of years, I was just on and off, and then I did my first marathon 2.5 years ago. Yeah, then I'd say a year and a half ago I started taking it really seriously, and then started running ultra marathons like a year ago, and now I'm running for whole personality and I absolutely love it. So yeah, I started when I was 24, 23. And yeah, I would never look back. Running plans and schedule. So I'm actually a little bit injured at the moment, and I've just run Chicago Marathon as well, and I want to get back to full health in my knee before I do any more races. So I've got a high rocks coming up, which is a little bit of running but mainly strength stuff, but I might do a 5 or 10k race for the rest of the year. But I think my next big goal is I want to PB my marathon next year. So I'd love to get a sub 3:10 marathon in April next year. But for now, it is strengthening up, get back to full health, because I'm in this for the long game. I don't want to get injured and ruin my running career soon. So yeah, all my running plans I do are on the Runner app, which you can use code Dr. Becca and you get 2 weeks free trial, and oh my god, the Runner app is the best thing ever, so fully recommend. Post-run stretches. Runner actually have a YouTube channel as well with all stretches and mobility sessions as well, so I would check them out too. I will link it in the bio. How do I cope with injury? Go see a physio, try not to panic, rest, lean on your friends for emotional support because it can be really hard. Find alternative exercises that you can do. I started swimming and cycling and gym work, and it took me a while to get into the gym when I was injured, but now I'm actually enjoying it again, and I haven't run in a week and I feel fine. I wasn't fine to begin with, but I feel fine now. Would I ever do an Ironman? Yes, 100%. I really want to do a triathlon. I was wanting to do one this year, but next year it is. Next year I'm manifesting a triathlon, maybe a half Ironman, we shall see. How I ran and did medicine together. I found that when I was working as a doctor, I'd run in the mornings or and kind of just like get it out the way. And do my long runs on the weekend, and I would also make sure I'd run with people on the weekend, so like I'd get my socializing and running done together. So kill two birds with one stone. And also I kind of needed the running to do medicine. Like I needed the de-stressing of it, so I couldn't actually do one without the other. But when you're doing like 12-hour shifts, it's so hard to do, so it's definitely a struggle. But like plan. I used to put, when I had a running plan, put all my runs into my diary so I could see what was coming up and I could like mentally prepare for it. Transition from marathon to ultra. Get a running plan. You'll be increasing your distances, more easy runs, like lower heart rate. Eat more. Pick a fun race. Practice on the hills if you need to. Practice on the trails if you need to. It's only 8k more. You got this. I love ultras. I think they're the best race. I think 50k is my favourite distance. What is my why? Oh, that's a deep one. I don't know what this is referring to, but my general why and aim and goal in life, I think, is just to make the world a healthier place. Like if I could get everyone into sports and fitness to improve our health, mental health and physical health, then for me, like, that's all I want. And to like help stop healthcare workers getting as burnt out as much and kind of raise awareness on burnout too. That's a good why of why I kind of do what I do. What's it like dating in London? No. What watch? I have my Whoop, which I'm obsessed with. This kind of gives me all my data. Fully recommend getting a Whoop. I'll also put the link for my Whoop. You can get a free whole month of Whoop. And it gives you so much data, it helps all your recovery, and I'm absolutely obsessed. So definitely get. And final question, how I make content and how I got into it. I got into it because I was just kind of taking pictures like on my expeditions, and then yeah, I kind of was gonna start like an expedition medicine company and teaching people how to be expedition medics. And I kind of was just trying to build like a business company from socials, and then suddenly I kind of just grew on socials. And then yeah, I just found out I really enjoyed making content. I think my creativity stuff that I lacked as a doctor, I get all my creative outlook here. And I really enjoy it. And yeah, it's just, I don't have a clue what I'm doing, but and how I make it, I don't know, I'm still learning. This is gonna be awful, but I hope you liked it. If you made it to the end, then I'm sure you found it okay. But yeah, if you've got any further questions, sorry that was such a whistle-stop tour of everything about me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I cannot wait to share my YouTube journey with you. Thank you so much for watching. After this, there will be all the Chicago Marathon vlogs. And yeah, thanks. Please subscribe and like and comment, and much love. Thanks.